So I recently saw this video produced by Akana, and let's just get this over with. Go.
Hi, I'm Anna Akana, and I'm here to help women everywhere not get raped. Because it's totally our responsibility, right?
Oh, fuck. This is gonna be one of those feminists who actually think she's funny, isn't it?
The best form of rape prevention is to assimilate yourself into society as a man.
Right, because women don't rape, even though they're about half of the perpetrators.
Now I know what you're thinking. Anna, rape does not just apply to women. This is true. So to ensure the safety of your butt, spread a rumor that you yourself are a rapist, so other rapists will see you as a colleague. Hey fellas, how them rapes looking lately?
Why do they always try to act like they're funny? Hey Anna, here's a tip. If you want to blend in with the rapist, you don't have to act like a man, just show them this.
Rape you with this question.
Which brings to my answer to his question. I'd rape someone.
You'd rape someone?
Maybe. I've always thought it was fun because I feel like I never could physically overpower someone and rape them. And I feel like you'd have to give a guy Viagra in order to rape them anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm throwing it back a little bit.
Well, because, okay, so I've thought this out. So if
Clearly.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they'll accept you as one of their own without hesitation.
What?
Yeah, you get any good rapes, dog?
Yeah, we're busy right now. Yeah.
Busy thinking about the rape.
Okay, we gotta get...
Hey guys, come on, bro. Give me some rape tips.
Okay, Anna, let's get this out of the way before we go on. Let me explain to you why none of this is actually funny. You see, comedy is based off of misdirection and surprise. It's about taking people's expectations and turning them upside down. Now, in your case, none of this is surprising. This is just the typical BS made slightly more exaggerated by feminists. It's exactly what most people would expect from someone like you, and because people know that it's an accurate reflection of how you think, which means that this is essentially self-parody with no self-awareness of that fact. Which doesn't make it funny, it makes it psychologically disturbing. Which is the other problem with this. The fact that on some level, you really mean this. See, because I'm black, when I tell a nigger joke, there is no reason for anyone to expect racist intent behind it, as it's highly unlikely that I have a racist bias against black people. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely. So when I do it, the joke is funny. If a KKK member told the same joke, it would not be funny, because it's coming from a source that possesses ignorance and bigotry towards black people. So the joke is just racist and bigoted, and is only funny to other racists and bigots. Since you are a sexist bigot who displays misandry and openly fantasizes about raping men, it's not funny when you try to portray men as rapists because it comes from a clear place of ignorance and bigotry. That's why for normal people watching this stuff, what you're doing is cringe-inducing. Okay? Good. Now let's move on.
so this is something that's been on my mind, but I was like, maybe I would. Maybe if crime was good for 12 hours, I'd go out and I'd try and see if I could successfully rape a man.
So let me push back a little bit and clarify Shane's question and say that I think he is saying that the crimes you commit would be legal. It doesn't mean they'd be safe. It doesn't mean that, like, all right, here's the thing. If you're a woman and you're going to go out and rape someone, you risk getting raped back or getting the shit beat out of you. He's not saying those things aren't possible. He's just saying it's not illegal.
Yeah, but I mean, he's saying...
And you're still sticking with you'd go and rape a pizza man.
Well, not necessarily a pizza man. Like, I don't know. It would depend. Like, who would I go rape? I don't know. Some celebrity, I guess. Try to attack them. No, because I can't rape you because you'd be willing. Has to be unwilling for rape.
Okay.
Because I've had such a fear of it that I feel like to impose it upon someone would be very psychologically fulfilling.
Okay, so in this hypothetical scenario...
Oh yeah, and there's the hypocrisy thing too.
Our new solution is to hire bodyguards. Will you protect me from rape?
Yes, ma'am.
We will.
But will you rape me?
Yes, ma'am.
We will.
I'm just gonna...
Remember, women, all men everywhere will rape you. Even if you think they won't, they will. Even if they're your friends, your family, or if you're in a public place. You must be afraid of rape all the time because... Rape, rapity rape. Rape! Seriously, Anna, where exactly did you get this idea that all men are just waiting around to rape you if only they could get the chance?
Rape you with this question.
Oh, which brings my answer to his question. I'd rape someone.
You'd rape someone?
Maybe. I've always thought it was fun to, because I feel like I never could physically.
Oh, right.
We've been conditioned our whole lives to not get raped. My dad put me in martial arts. My mom gives me knives and pepper spray, and despite the fact that I like that stuff, it's mostly for anti-rape. We're told by society, never walk alone at night, never walk down an alleyway. If you think you're being followed, make 3 right turns, because that means they just went in a circle. Never run upstairs if you're being chased, because then you can get trapped. Don't stop if you see a car seat on the side of the road. Hey, here's some nail polish that'll help you identify date rape drugs. Sport this adorable yet fierce keychain so you can gouge someone's eyes out. And on, and on, and on.
Yeah, who the hell does society think it is, giving us advice on how to avoid bad situations and look after ourselves? Where does it get the fucking nerve?
You know what would be better?
Yes, I do, but I'm guessing that you're going to say something a lot stupider than what I was thinking.
If we just taught young boys that rape isn't even an option.
Fuck you, you sociopathic bimbo. Seriously, who the fuck do you believe thinks rape is a legitimate option?
Much more difficult for a woman to rape a man. And I have thought of this before when I was like 8 and I loved Leonardo DiCaprio and the possibility that we'd never be together occurred to me. So I'm just saying.
Oh, right. You know, Anna, seeing as how I can pretty much guarantee you that you would never see a man salivating publicly about raping a woman like this, combined with the fact that feminists try to constantly redefine rape to make the rape of a man almost impossible, especially when done by a woman. In fact, taking into consideration the complete lack of compassion or caring that you and apparently many women feel towards male victims, if any sex needs to learn about not committing rape, it's not mine. By the way, that guy that she's talking to, the one who keeps looking at her like a panicked deer in the headlights, that guy was, to my knowledge, her boyfriend at the time. So watch his face as he starts to realize the kind of warped psychopath he's sleeping next to at night.
Anna's answer. And let's see how it comes across.
No, that would be terrible.
If crime were legal, you know what? I'd go out and rape someone. Let's see. I'd have to give him a roofie to really, you know.
Oh, this is gay rape.
To really trick her in. No, I don't want to overpower a woman.
You said give him a roofie.
No,
I
said give them a roofie. Okay. I'd have to give, fine, I'll say her, not them. I'd have to give her a roofie, you know, because I don't want to fight with her. I want her to just be limp. And then I would, you know, proceed to rape her because that makes me feel empowered.
No, that's
my
what
answer.
I said.
And it's based on a play I saw.
If we would stop victim shaming and slut shaming.
Victim shaming? Okay. I'm probably wasting my time trying to explain this to someone like you, but let's give it a go. Let's say that there was a place near my house called Beat a Nigger Lane. Now, I would never go for a walk down Beat a Nigger Lane because, unsurprisingly, something bad might happen to me. Now, if I were to go for a walk down Beat a Nigger Lane for some reason, and I received the obvious beating, that would not be my fault, per se. However, that does not mean that had I not gone down Beat a Nigger Lane in the first place, that the beating would not have occurred. You see, the actions that I take and the decisions that I make have consequences, both positive and negative. As a moral agent, I have to accept my share of the responsibility for the outcomes of those choices. I knew that going that way would increase my risk of danger, but I did it anyways. It's not my fault that I got beaten, but it is partly my responsibility. Which is what you are calling victim shaming, or as most others would call it, being a fucking adult.
And excusing a rapist because of the clothes his victim wore or because they were on a date. Because I am seriously so fucking tired of being responsible for not getting raped.
Well, that's fine that you feel tired of being responsible. If you want to behave like a child, that's perfectly fine. Just don't be expecting not to be treated like one. See, that's one of your two core problems. You want everyone else to be responsible for you, And it takes a very special level of narcissism and entitlement for that. You want all of the rest of the world to adjust itself just so that you feel safer because you don't want to take action yourself, even though you're not really in much real danger of ever being raped. In fact, you're far more likely to have your house catch on fire and burn down, or be hit by a car, but I'm guessing that you don't spend all of your time worrying about those things. Maybe if you didn't spend all your time surrounded by people who are trying to screen rape and artificially inflate rape victims, it might work out better for you. Just saying. Fucking hypocrite. Okay, that's about as much as I can take of this shit. Click the like button and subscribe if you want, and... Ugh, fucking feminists.